Welcome. Tonight, fitness trackers. That's what we're talking about. The 6 essential strategies to get real results from your fitness tracker. I do not want you to be one of those people who stops using their fitness tracker at 6 months, which is the majority of people. I want you to be able to utilize it since you've already paid for it and you've made the investment to get real results from it. My name is CJ Johnson, and my passion is helping people who are over the age of 40 look and feel their best and age the way that we want to age. At 54 years old, I was thinking about this today. I was out on the ski hill, skiing with a bunch of gals, some my age, but most considerably younger than I am, and some young enough actually to be my daughters. Thinking that, wow, it's an amazing life that we have where we can treat and take care of our bodies and achieve those types of things. And I have a great example because my mother does the exact same thing. So those are some of the things that got me into the health and wellness business, and it's my passion to help you find the tools and the right things to do for your body so you get to age the way you want to as well. And that's why we're talking about fitness tracker tonight. So the question of the day is, do you own a fitness tracker? And if you do, give me a little thumbs up, or go ahead and feel free to put it in the comments down below and let me know. I know that John said his wife stole his. I stole my husband's. So yes, that sometimes happens. By the way, this is the 5th in a series of shows, New Year, New You, where I'm exploring habits and tactics and ways for you to build healthy eating habits, to lose some weight, and to get into the shape that you want to get into. If by chance you've missed any of those shows, because we've talked about how to start an exercise program, how to eat a little bit more healthy, I'm going to put some links down in the show notes below. So those will be down there for you, just in the case that you've missed any of those and you want to go back to those. And also, you're going to want to stick around to the end. I have got a great freebie for you. It is the top 20 health and fitness myths of 2018. Some of these are probably holding you back from achieving the health that you want to. So you don't want to miss that. But alrighty, so go ahead and let's see. And Lois, she says she has a swipe and she uses it to track activity. We're going to talk about tracking as well as how to make it better for you, Lois. So let's go ahead and we're going to get into our topic tonight. Or maybe we aren't. There we go. That's me. That was me. I have a little experience at this. I used to weigh over 250 pounds. That's me at 38 years old. I think I certainly know I feel better, and I definitely look better than I did back in that picture. In fact, I'm still kind of amazed when I see that. So I have a little experience with this, and I didn't have a fitness tracker back then, but through the years, I've developed a lot of habits that certainly a fitness tracker would have made easier. I was one of the original people. If you remember Jawbones, that first came out, that was probably the original fitness tracker. It didn't have a digital on it. It simply went around your wrist. I have to tell you, it was a little uncomfortable, but it had some great features to it. You used to have to take it off and actually plug it into the port on your iPhone to see your results. So it wasn't anything that was instantaneous, certainly not like the trackers are today. But again, most people stop using trackers, and there's a reason most people do it. So we're going to talk tonight about how to get real results from your fitness tracker. And there are 6 key and essential behaviors. Tonight we're going to talk about the presets that usually come with your trackers. We're going to talk about how to incorporate challenges to get more activity. Reminders, that's one of my favorite things. It was certainly my favorite thing about the Jawbone, but also one of my favorite things about most trackers today. Charging it and wearing it, because sometimes that's half the battle. And then the calorie counters and the sleep functions. Really, how accurate are they, and can you utilize them to get healthy? So first of all, let's talk about what trackers can and cannot do. So here's what a tracker won't do. It is not going to increase your activity for you. Think of this on your wrist as a recorder. it's recording your activities. So it's telling you what you've done during the course of the day. It's not going to change your future. It's not going to change that day. It's going to be up to you to build some of the habits around it. So what it does do is it gives you great information so that you can start to increase and change some of the habits for you to get fit. And that's what a tracker does. It is absolutely, unfortunately, not magic. Not magic. But what it can do is, I love this quote. This is Zig Ziglar. All habits start slowly and gradually, and before you know it, you have the habit, and the habit has you. That's exactly how going from that picture I showed you in the beginning to where I'm at today has started. It has been a slow, gradual change. I did lose that 100 pounds really within the first year, but maintaining it has been a slow, gradual change. And this is one of those tools that can help you to do it. So let's jump right in here. And I want to go ahead and I want to talk about the presets. So the presets that come with your fitness tracker, think of them like goals. I did a show back in January. It was the first show of the year. So that was probably January 2nd or January 3rd. I'll put a link to it in the show notes, where we talked specifically about how to set goals for your health and fitness for 2018. So if you missed that, go back and take a look at that. What a fitness tracker generally comes with is a set of preset goals for you to start with. And most often, because science right now is telling us that we want to take about 10,000 steps a day, most often it comes in with 10,000 steps. So those are set into your tracker. And for most of us, that's a really good starting point. Now, if you have not been active before you start any program, if you have not been active at all, you've been a couch potato, make sure you check with your physician or consult a fitness professional in your neighborhood to get you started on the right course. And you can usually find those at one of your local gyms or health clubs. But check with them to start. For most of us, 10,000 steps is a really good starting place because it can be kind of hard to maintain 10,000 steps on a daily basis. Now, once you're getting to those presets, so once you're reaching those goals, if you never change a preset, your fitness level and your activity level won't change, period. You're going to keep doing the same thing you've done over and over and over again, and you are not going to get different results. In fact, I think they call that insanity, right? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. So start with your presets. Find out what your presets are. Normally, when you put on your tracker and you load your app, most trackers come with a very robust app, which we're going to talk about in just a moment. They will have those numbers in there. So find out what they are. And perhaps the first couple weeks, you're going to go out and you're going to try to achieve those goals. But if those are too easy, that's when we need to make adjustments. And that really comes into the second thing. That comes into challenges. And that's challenges within your app and challenges within your fitness tracker and perhaps even with friends. Most apps, as I said, are very robust. And one of the great features that they have is you can invite your friends if you happen to have the same app. So Fitbit has one, Garmin has one. This work one I told you about that I got from my husband is Virgin Pulse. Big app. You can invite all the people from work. Those are great ways to challenge yourself to do extra. Let's just say your original goal was 10,000 steps. You've been consistently getting to 10,000 steps pretty much every day of the week. Now you need to up it. You need to get to 11,000 steps. So try 11,000 steps for the next couple weeks. Once you get to 11, now you need to go to 12, so on and so forth. So you're adding and increasing activity all the time. It's through challenging the body that we attain health and fitness. Use the things that are at your resource. You've got friends in that app. Most apps have little health cards that will pop up where they help you and give you suggestions on how to get in more steps, how to walk a little bit more, how to stay more active. One of my favorites, if you're going out shopping, park as long as it's safe. Park further away from the door and take those extra steps. Once you start to build that habit, I was pulling in yesterday. I was pulling into a Sprouts grocery store, and there was a space 3 from the front, and I automatically went back to the end of the parking lot to get those additional steps in. Once you build those habits, they become part of your lifestyle, and therefore maintaining a healthy and fit lifestyle becomes easier. So use your friends, use the challenges that the apps provide. You know, we make everything a game these days. So make sure that you utilize those to help you to get more fat. If you've used one of those before, give me a little thumbs up. But we're going to go into one of my favorite things about fitness trackers, and that's reminders. I told the story in the pre-show. I had a Jawbone that was one of the first fitness trackers out there. The thing that I loved about the Jawbone, if you were sedentary for an hour, no steps, it buzzed around your arms. That was fantastic. I got up and I would go run up and down the stairs, and there was about 20 stairs in the house. I'd go up and down the stairs 5 or 10 times. It took me 2 to 3 minutes, but it got my heart racing a little bit. It got me away from the computer. It got me up, and it got me moving. Sitting is killing us. Right now, you want to talk about fashionable? Well, unfashionable. Sitting is the new smoking. That's what's going on. So we need more activity. And if you have reminders, look at your Fitbit, look at your different apps. If you have reminders, make sure that you are using the reminder tool. It's going to help you to be more active and take more steps. Okay, the next one. This is number 4, right? We've talked about setting goals, and then we've talked about challenges, and then reminders. Wear it. Now, I know that sounds stupid, but if you have a fitness tracker, I'm sure at some point in time you have taken it off to charge it and then forgot to put it back on. All of a sudden you go through the whole day, or maybe a day or 2 days, and it's not on your wrist. Well, it can't help you if it's not on your wrist. So you need to wear it. Come up with a little system to make it memorable to do. When you have to take it off to charge it by your phone, and then maybe put it on your phone so that you will not walk away without putting it back on. I have a couple other friends. My friend Dorcas today was saying, I take my fitness tracker and I charge my fitness tracker when I'm in the shower, and then I put it right back on after the shower. When I take my fitness tracker off to shower, I put it right outside the shower door, and again, I put it by the phone. Don't take your electronics in the shower, even if they don't get wet. The water, just not good for them. So leave them outside. So think of some way. If you have to, set a little alarm on your phone, right? Set an alarm on your phone to remind you to put that fitness tracker on. Maybe if you leave the house at 7 o'clock, set the alarm for 5 to 7 so that you know when that alarm goes off, ooh, do I have my fitness tracker on my wrist? Okay. All right. So number 4 down. Let's get into number 5. Number 5 is calorie counts. Okay. This is like one of those biggies. And here's the bottom line. They're not accurate. Okay. So when I click on this, when I click on my fitness tracker here, I'm looking at my max buzz, and I have to shake it 3 times. I go to steps, and then I go to calories burned. Wrong. This is not, do not rely on this for calorie counts. I get the same calorie count if I walked as in comparison to if I powder skied or if I played pickleball. And I can tell you this, my heart rate is working a lot higher at skiing or pickleball than it is at walking. I will burn more calories. My body's working harder. My metabolism's fired up. I will burn more calories with those other activities. Yet the fitness tracker is just simply tracking steps. The other thing is, so don't rely on the calorie counts. The other thing is most of our fitness trackers have it set up so that we can tap into food logs. MyFitnessPal or Lose It are the 2 most common. If your fitness tracker has that capability, do it. The one behavior, if I can put through anything to you from my 14 years of experience with managing weight, the one key behavior that will help you is to write down what you eat before, that's the caveat, before you actually eat it. In fact, science tells us that people who write down what they eat versus people who don't will lose 50% more weight. Now, if you're going to go on a plan anyway, wouldn't you just like to lose more? Well, do it. So tap into Fitbit. I know can tap into MyFitnessPal or Lose It. All you need is the free version, but make sure that you are writing down your calories. And that, combined with some of your activity, again, I want you to do a little bit more research on the activity. Don't take calories burned from your tracker as just a godsend number. Look up, if I walked that many steps, how much did I burn? If I skied for 2 hours, how much did I burn? I can tell you, I burn more calories in the backcountry skiing than I do when I'm taking a chairlift. So get educated, but don't rely on those calorie count functions on the Fitbit because they are not accurate. So give me a thumbs up if you promise I'm not going to do that any longer. Give me a little heart or a little love. All right, our sixth and our final most needed behavior is sleep. Okay, so first of all, we don't get enough sleep. The average adult needs somewhere between 7 and 9 hours of sleep. It just doesn't happen for us. Now, the great thing about a fitness tracker is a fitness tracker might make us aware of our sleep patterns. It might make us aware that we're not getting enough sleep, that we are waking up or very restless during the course of the night, and that maybe we need to see a sleep professional. But just like the calorie counts, the sleep function, yeah, professionals tell us it stinks. But it's not accurate because sleep is measured in brain waves, not necessarily what's going on your wrist. However, if you use it, as I was talking about before, as a tool to become aware, if you notice that you're having a sleep problem, go seek some help because that will make a difference, not just in your weight management, but that bottom line is going to make a difference inside of your life. Again, we need to get that 7 to 9 hours of sleep. My recommendation, some Fitbits, and when I say Fitbits, I'm kind of saying it's kind of like Jello, right? Right now, it seems like Fitbit absolutely owns this market. I'm talking fitness trackers sometimes when I say Fitbits, but some of them have the ability to set a sleep reminder on them so that you know what time you need to get to bed to get somewhere between your 7 and 9 hours of sleep. If yours doesn't have it, the iPhone, it has it. It has a bedtime function. I love the bedtime function. It goes off 15 minutes before I need to go to bed, which is just my kind of final reminder that I need to really shut everything down. Not electronics, but I mean, I just need to shut off my brain and my mind, and it's time to relax, and it's time to go to sleep. So realize again that the sleep function is not accurate. But if you're seeing weird information on it, it might be time to consult a professional. But truly, make sure that you are planning 7 to 9 hours of sleep if you want to stay healthy and fit. And that's it, guys. Those are the behaviors that you need to change. 6 essential behaviors. Watch the presets. It's okay to start there. But make sure that you're doing a lot of challenges with friends and perhaps with people you know. Up the ante. Make sure that you are upping your goals. Don't just leave it there. Set reminders. If you have it, get up and move. Make sure that you put it on. That's a biggie. Wear it. Get a plan for when you have to charge it. And remember, calorie counts are not accurate. Use the MyFitnessPal or the Lose It, even if they don't tie into your app. If you are trying to lose weight, there is no substitute for that. I cover that a lot in how to start a weight management program, and I'll put the link in that down below. And then lastly, the sleep function. Even if the sleep function is not working on the Fitbit, make sure that you are getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep. That is what your body needs, even after we get past age 60. That's what our bodies really need. So I know you stuck around to the end. I promised you that free special report, and that is the top 20 health and fitness myths of 2018. Some of these are probably holding you back from getting into the shape that you want to be in. So all you need to do is go over to agewellwithcj.com/20 myths. All right, I just want to go ahead and I'm going to check the news feed. Yep. Get some thumbs up there, Lois. Your trackers don't just track your activity. Now you've got some ways where you can manage your activity, increase your activity, as well as increase your fitness levels. If you come on back next week, I'm going to have the final one in this series, New You and New Year and New You. And of course, right now I'm forgetting what I'm going to talk about, so I need to take a little quick peek here at my notes. We are going to be talking about, I blew it, now what do I do? I know at some point in time that happens to all of us. We're really good, we're on the right path, and then all of a sudden, excuse the expression, it goes to hell in a handbasket. And that's what we're going to talk about next Tuesday night. I think that's going to be the 13th of February, the day before Valentine's Day. We're going to be back here at 6 o'clock Pacific time, because together we can train smart, live bold, and age well. Everybody, you have a wonderful evening.